Hi, I'm Angela Free. I'm supposed to do a little video of myself. I wanted to be able to talk about this because if I try to type it out, it sounds too long and it doesn't ever come across the way I mean it. So I wanted to talk a little bit about this dream that I have and this project that I have that's going to that we've been calling a FreeHeart. It's based after my two children, and I wanted to be able to provide services to families and children that live with autism. I've enjoyed doing this for a long time, and I started doing it because of my boys, because they had autism, and I knew it was, I had experienced the difficulty of trying to have pictures made of them. So what we ended up doing was I took some college courses to just be able to do this myself. And I really hadn't planned very much on doing this. I'm relaying this story because I've been told by others that it says a lot about the reasons that I do this. I wasn't sure I wanted to make a business out of taking pictures of children. I wasn't sure I wanted to really give that of myself because I felt like I had a lot already emotionally wrapped up, and it took a lot of effort to take care of my own kids. But it so happened that I ended up doing some pictures of friends of the family, and the boys' classmates, their parents would come to me and say, I've seen some of the pictures you've taken of your kids, and I would just love it if you could take some of mine. And I remember specifically there was this one incident in the very beginning when I started doing this, and there was a little boy who he loved airplanes. He loved model planes. He loved to build them, and his dad, it was kind of a project they did together. But his mother had approached me and said, we just don't get, could you do some pictures of him? So I went to his house, and I went into his room, and I was kind of nervous about it because I had never done it for anybody before, but I just sat with him in his room for a while. And I didn't use any of the traditional techniques of the big flashlights and the big, strobes and things like that, because I knew that they weren't going to respond well to that, or he wouldn't be able to. So I went into his room, and I spent about an hour in there, actually, by the time it was over and done with. And he would spin the propellers of these planes with his finger, and he loved to watch them because he had unusual peripheral vision that he preferred to use, and it was his thing. And I remember when Kathy had come to the house to see those pictures, and I showed them to her kind of timidly and wasn't sure she was really, going to be as happy with them. I loved them, but they were very journalistic, and I remember her sitting on the couch and just crying and thinking, it took her a while to even talk, but when she finally spoke about it, she said that nobody ever sees her son, that all they typically will see is a kid with autism or a sick child, and they don't get to see him the way she does. They don't notice who he really is. And she said that she felt like this might be the first time anybody really gets to stop and notice him. And I remember in that moment thinking, I've given her something that she wouldn't otherwise have, something that she probably never could get, and that most parents take for granted, just being able to show a picture of their family to friends or loved ones, or display something in their home. And anyway, that's when I decided I really kind of wanted to do this on a full-time basis and help families to be able to accomplish it. So I enjoy doing it, and I wanted to share that story with you. It's funny, I actually had a woman who was in here less than an hour ago today, and she wrote some stuff down. I have a lot of clients who write testimonials, so I thought I'd share this with you too. I recently did pictures of her son at an autism fundraiser we did a couple weeks ago. But she wrote something short, and I thought I would share it because it sounded very similar. She put, I came in today to see pictures of my son Jacob that Angela Free took for the autism fundraiser. My son, who has autism, is full of life and love, and that is exactly what Angela captured. Walking into the room with the most beautiful pictures of my son on the projector brought me to tears. She had captured exactly what I see every day. These pictures of him say everything that he's not able to say. The smile on his face makes everything right in the world, and thanks to Angela, I will forever have my son caught in a moment of happiness that will always stay with me. Thank you, Maria. I asked her how she felt about it and if she could put that into words, because when she walked in the room, she literally stood there, and her sister had to go, and she saw him on the screen. She'd walked in a few minutes late, and she stood there and just came to tears in that moment, and had to brace herself. And it's so nice feeling like I've done something with this woman, and with the woman that I shot 10 years ago when I shot those pictures of her son. I would love to be able to do this on a grander scale and make it available for people that people don't realize how hard it is to do this for children. And as a parent, how hard it is to not be able to have this for your child. So I hope that helps, and I hope that you can understand what this means to me. Thank you for listening.